Hello everyone, welcome back to Entering the Circle series. Today we are talking about spells and what your very first one could be. Many people imagine spells as something mysterious, complicated, or hidden in old grimoires. They are also that, but they are also something else. Over time, the word spell becomes surrounded by fear and superstition, but its origin is actually very simple. Think about the word spelling. When you spell something, you put letters together to create a word. And when you speak a word, you are creating a meaning. You shape something into existence through sound. So in a way, when you speak, you are already casting. Language itself is a form of magic. Ancient traditions knew this. This idea appears in many cultures. For example, in ancient Egypt, the god Thoth was believed to speak the world into existence. In ancient Greece, the word logos refers to the divine creative word, the power that brings reality into being. In many native traditions, speaking a name or singing a song is understood as calling something to life. And this is why spells are spoken, why incantations have rhythm and repetition. Because speaking is not only communication, speaking is creation. But there is something that's important to understand. Spells do not magically change the world on their own. What really changes is the way we relate to the world. When we perform a ritual, cast a spell, or say a prayer, you're not forcing the universe to obey us. You're recognizing ourselves inside and vibrating this energy in the real world. We are aligning our thoughts, emotions, intentions with the direction that we want to move. And when that inner space becomes clear, our actions begin to change, our vibrations change, and the world begins to respond. Another thing is that many times when life feels chaotic around us, it is also because something inside of us is out of balance. And magical practice help us to pause, to reflect, and recognize that inner world. It helps us to reconnect with parts of ourselves that everyday life often silence. And when we reconnect with that inner power, things become to change again. Things become to move again. And you say, okay, it is not that easy. And I get it, because for many people, feeling disconnected from this inner power comes from how we were raised. Some of us grew up hearing prayers that sound more like begging, or we were told that wanting something different was going against a divine plan. The inner power was taken away, and fill it with shame and dependency of something external. But witchcraft takes a different approach. It doesn't deny our inner power, it recognizes it. The practitioner, the witch, doesn't beg. They take responsibility for their life. We don't beg, we create. The practice is based on inner trust and intention, knowing that our words carry energy. I may go off in a tangent here, but keep up with me. We cannot talk about spells without talking about rituals and why they exist. Ritual is not about theatrics. It's cool to make something beautiful, but it's not about that. We do rituals because they help us to open a door inside of ourselves. A door where energy begins to flow again. In ancient Egyptian magic, this force was called Heka, the living magical current that moves through existence. When we align ourselves with it, fills us, and eventually it begins to overflow. You can often recognize people who have this energy. They seem to carry certain presence, a natural glow, an influence that affects other people around them. Sometimes they cultivate this constantly, and sometimes it simply flows through them naturally. And because of this, The words we speak matter. Complaints, harsh self-talk, constant negativity. These are not neutral actions. They are small spells. They shape the energy around us, whether we intend them or not. Thoughts are not just private noise in our minds. They are energy. And what we feed grows. Feed fear, and fear expands. Feed trust and joy, and that expands instead. Learning spell work is often simply learning to notice our thoughts and gently choose better ones. Many magical traditions also talk about Egregore. An egregore is a shared energy field created when many people focus on the same feeling or intention. You probably experience this in everyday life. When you walk, for example, to a place where everyone is joyful, you feel lighter too. Or when you enter in a tense environment, you feel uneasy without knowing exactly why. And this is what we call the vibes. This is the collective energy at work. This is also why group rituals can be very powerful, because many minds and hearts are focused on the same direction with the same purpose. But now let's talk about your first spell. Now here's the important part. Your first spell doesn't require a complicated rituals. It does not require expensive tools. Your body itself is already a complete altar. Within you exist the 4 elements and the spirit. You are the center where intention, faith, and power lives. Candles, incense can help to focus your mind. But to start, the most important is it is already within you. Every breath, every thought, every word, this can be and should be part of the spell. So if you want to begin practicing, I will share some simple and effective examples with you so you can use in your everyday life. So first, close your eyes, feel your body, take deep breaths, connect with your inner self. And then, when you're ready, you can say, for example, for protection, 3 times I cast a circle near and all darkness disappear. Like the fire around me, safe and clear, none may cross, none may come near, or something similar. Then for calm and relaxation, you can say something around element of water, calm and clear, wash away all the weight and fear. Soft air, my breath shall be, is still and quiet like the sea. You can say something also around these words or different. Say it 3 times. Feel the words, take deep breath. It's your time. Among all magical tools, the word is the most accessible and the most powerful. Thank you for walking this path with me today. Welcome to the circle. And until next time, see ya.